Good morning and welcome back to your weekend unboxing here on Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Trek Away Missions Chancellor Gowron expansion. Now, this is a new team that can be played in the Away Missions miniatures board game. It consists of 4 miniatures, retails for about $25, depending on where you pick it up from. I have seen it a little bit of a deal in various places. Now, you will still require the original Star Trek Away missions in order to play. There are tokens and board pieces and things that you will need in order to play the game. But if you wanted to play the Klingons, this will be your chance. Now, before we actually open up the box and see what we get inside, do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We try to put out a few videos each week covering all sorts of tabletop gaming content, and we'd love for you to come along. In addition, if you are interested in this set, there is going to be a link down below to, it's an Amazon affiliate link. It does give a little bit of a kickback to the channel if you choose to use it. In addition, there are links to Drive-Thru RPG and also our social if you wish to follow us that way. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and switch over to our top-down camera and take a look. All right, so here is the box that you're going to get. It's about 5 inches by 9 inches, so it's just big enough to give you everything that you're going to need in order to play the game. You can see the miniatures through a window on the box. Now, keep in mind, these are the sort of chibi style miniatures. Not entirely, though, but they're not... they're not true 28 or 32 millimeter, to put it simply. But on the back of the box, you do get a list of all of your contents, plus all, some examples of the cards that you're going to receive. Now, keep in mind, with Away Missions, you get everything that you need for your faction in one box, okay? So, if you are playing Klingons, while they will come out with additional Klingon sets later, those cards can be mixed through, things like that. In this particular case, it is completely self-contained. You don't need to have anything from the Federation set, the Romulan set, or the Borg set in order to play this, because those cards won't be compatible anyway. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we've got the 4 miniatures, we've got our cards, and then we also have our character boards. So let's start. Okay, we're going to save the miniatures for last. So let's set that off to the side. All right, so we have our mission card. Remember, the mission cards are double-sided, so you have 2 different missions you can play. So we're going to try to commandeer the ship. If we have 5 or more seize ship mission cards in your scoring area at the end of the game, you score 30 points. And Stovacor, so you'll score 10 points for each of your Klingon characters with honor in the mission at the end of the game, and 15 points for each neutralized, friendly or hostile Klingon character with honor at the end of the game. So, you get more points if you send them to the afterlife. Interesting way to play. All right, we then have our character cards. So obviously these are punch out. I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. They're just like the ones from the starter set. They do have the linen finish that you can see and the reflection of the light. You've got, now these do have varying skill abilities, unlike the Borg, which are all identical. So, you do get a little bit of difference, but we've got Gowron, Crom, Lucara, and Kurak. So, all right. So Gowron is your commander. He's got command and diplomacy. He gets a bonus attack die in melee with his Diktag. And his Niswich is going to give him +1 damage. And then, let's see, looks like the Klingons all move 4 spaces to start. So that's not too bad. We got a little bit of background and a quote from him. Crom is the command and security. He has a Batleth for +1 damage and a Niswich for +1 damage. Lucara has a Batleth and a Niswich. And she is diplomacy and security. Then you have Kurak, engineering and science. He is also your specialist. Don't forget, the specialist means that if you have basically the specialist figures can be swapped out so that you can actually use you can tweak your team a little bit. All right, we then have some Batleth tokens. Single-sided. I am not entirely sure how these are used. Probably will be described more in the cards. So we'll see if we can find some of that. All right, now this is all of the cards that you're going to need. Don't forget, you do have to make a deck. I was told by one of the designers that while the Federation and the Borg deck have a starter deck, the Klingons and the Romulans do not. So they do not have a pre-made deck for you to start trying to learn it. So you are going to have to basically build your own deck. So we've got our missions, a feast to victory. So score when one of your characters uses a melee weapon to neutralize a character. Battle Fury, Blood Oath. Let's see. Code of Honor. Death is an experience best shared. Glorious Battle. They've actually got good art from the TV show. Honor Even in Death. I've been rewatching some of the 90s Star Trek, and this is like the pictures are actually really, really good quality compared to what you see on the TV sometimes still. Kill the Dishonorable Patak. Cover battle records. Revenge served cold. It's basically a whole lot of Klingon sounding missions, which is fantastic. All right, we then have the support deck, which has equipment and events. So we've got A Matter of Honor, Avenge the Dead, Berserk, Blood Rage, Brute Force, Charge, Death Yell, Respect My House. Forward into Battle, Gowron's Command, Gowron's Honor, Gowron's Insight, Gowron's with lots of Gowron. I mean, it's the Gowron set, so that's not entirely surprising. Honor is Life, Kalis' Blessing, Kaplah, Retaliation, Rite of Succession, Shout Louder, Surprise Attack, Test of Blood. Equipment, Targ. That's actually kind of funny. So you can have a pet. A Yan, Batleth, Baldric, and Bloodwine. All right, so very much a Klingon feel to the card. So let's take a look at the miniatures. We'll save Gowron for last. I mean, he's the leader. Let's take a better look at him at the end. So this here is Crumb. Overall, I like this. It's kind of static, but it's not too bad. I think I would prefer the Batleth, raised a bit, but I mean you can see plenty of detail. They've got the forehead ridges, things like that. All right, we've got Kurak. Again, very nice. This is a very stiff plastic, so that's good as well. Especially when you have little pointy things like her dagger. So lots of detail. You like the detail put into the hair, so that's nice. I've got Lucara. Again with the Batleth. Kind of like this one up on the shoulder. She's kind of like cheering herself on. Cool. And then Gowron. All right, so Gowron, first thing I do want to point out, I'm actually going to get him a little closer to the camera, but I got to focus. So it's hard to see. I'm going to try to do this when I paint it. He's got bug eyes. If you've seen the meme on the internet, it's fantastic. And so the fact that they actually sculpted in the eyes is great. He's also got the coat with him. They actually sculpted in some of the metals onto the coat, so that's cool. We never see Gowron with a Batleth in the show, so I'm not too surprised over it, although, I don't know. Something in his hand as opposed to just having it raised like that. I was just looking because the thumb's a little weird, but overall it's okay. So, all right. Well, that is our look at the Klingon expansion. Do you play Star Trek Away Missions? I've only gotten to get a couple games in myself, but I really, really liked it. I liked how it played. Definitely need to get my review for that up. But I'm excited to be able to put the Klingons on the table. They definitely look like they're going to be fun. They're definitely going to be a very combat-oriented, so that'll be really interesting to play with. But there we go. What do you think? Are you going to try them? What do you think of the Klingons? Klingons, Federation, or Romulans? Which do you prefer? Let me know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. But if you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and come back next time for a look at the Romulan set. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.